Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's Jackson. I know a video is starting not in my car. Power's here, and today is what is today? Today is Wednesday. And today I decided instead of a normal vlog, I do something different and just do a full-on story time video without a vlog attached to it. Mainly because I got lazy and just didn't vlog today. So now this is just what we're getting. But a couple weeks ago, I uploaded a storytime video of me talking about the most embarrassing first day of school I ever had. And since we're still kind of in the first day of school, hype and type, we're in that season right now. Even though most people are back at school already, I feel like it's a good time to, tell this story because it's still August. And yeah, and in the last one I talked about how on my old Powers 101 channel, when I took over the channel from my twin brother, who I still don't know where he is, I told the story of my first ever day of high school, and I ended up deleting it because it was just so bad. So I am here today to retell that story and just do that video justice now that I actually know how to talk to a camera without going like stuff, shit like that. So yeah, so let's just get right into it. So my freshman year of high school started in the good old year of 2018, and that was a strange year for your boy, let's just say that. So all summer I had just come out of 8th grade. I was in that weird phase of my life where like I'm getting to high school but still feel like a middle schooler, even though I was lower than everybody because I got held back a year in 3rd grade. So I was just chilling that summer, kind of hyped but also nervous. I got a bunch of new shit and it was pretty awesome. Like that's the best part about going back to school, right? Is getting new clothes and like new school supplies, and then like the actual lead up to the first day of school is actually pretty sick. But everything after that just sucks ass. But anyway, so I'm nervous, obviously, being a freshman, thinking, fuck, I'm gonna get bullied and it's gonna suck ass. And that's legit what I was thinking at that time. So I go on the first day of school, I wake up, no sleep, by the way, because, never got my sleep schedule right, ever. Go outside to catch the bus, and I'm just waiting, get on the bus. I'm just sitting on the bus chilling. And then, for some reason, we pull up to somebody's house, and we're supposed to pick them up, but the bus driver just decides to sit there and constantly blares her horn for like 15 minutes trying to get somebody to come out and get on this bus. And it's like, after like 5 minutes of that, I'm sitting here wondering like, all right, what the fuck? What part of you thinks that they're going to come out? Just go to the next house. This is their fault that they're not coming out to get on the bus. So I was already like, well, great, my first ever day of high school and I'm going to be late and it's not even going to be my fault. Luckily, I had rode the bus with somebody who was already in high school, so he kind of gave me the rundown of what was going to happen. We got to go to the gym first to do like a ceremony type thing where they introduce like new teachers and shit, and it's just a whole thing. I talked about it in the last video, in the last story time video. So we go do that. I'm chilling, sitting with my friends, doing my thing. Then it's like, all right, cool, everyone go to your first class. My first class that year was German, and I remember it very well. So my school, before I get into that, my school operates on blue and gold days, which is our school colors. Jesus, I just talked about how I wasn't going to stutter and then stuttered. But our school colors were blue and gold, and we had blue and gold days. So on the blue days, you would go to 4 classes. They were each an hour and a half. And then on the gold day, you would go to 4 different classes, and you would rotate between those classes every other day. So it was a blue day the first day. And my first class was German. And I thought for sure I knew where it was. And then when I walked to where I thought it was, stuff stopped looking familiar and I was all lost. I was like, what? What are we gonna do? And then, like, I'm thinking, like, if I ask somebody, I'm going to get made fun of. But I was like, I got to ask or I'm not going to get there. So I asked a senior. I'm pretty sure he was a senior. He was definitely older. Junior or senior had to have been. I asked, yo, do you know where German is? He's like, oh, yeah, it's right down that hallway. There's all the language classes are down there. And I like, oh, thank you. So I went there, went to my class, sat down, and I was just like, all right, well, we've got through one class, and I already got lost. So this is just lovely. So I'm just sitting in class, chilling. We go through the syllabus, whatever, meet the teacher. She's pretty sick. And my second class after that was English. And my English teacher had actually came from my middle school the year before, so I actually knew who he was, so I was not nervous to be in his class at all, because I really liked him. He was a pretty sick teacher. So I was in his class, we were chilling, and we had the desks that were like, the desk and the chair were connected, and like the teacher made the joke, he's like, yeah, and I love these because you guys can't lean back in your chairs. And someone said bet and tried to do it, and, you know, they just obviously couldn't do it, but it was pretty funny. So we went through the whole syllabus, did all that, had a good time, reconnected, because he knew who most of us were, because we were all freshmen, and he was just at the junior high the year before, so he knew all of us already. So it was like, that one was a seamless transition. That one was easy. And then after that, I had my third class, which was a choir class. And choir class was actually pretty sick. So we went in there. We went through the syllabus with my choir teacher. Sick dude. I really enjoyed doing choir in high school. So we went through the syllabus. Most of this is going through the syllabus, if you guys haven't figured that out. So we go through the syllabus. We do our thing. He has us sing a little bit. Then we got to go in the practice rooms and like record ourselves singing and send it to him so he can try and figure out what part we are, if we were a bass or a baritone. And when I was a little freshman, I was a bass because I didn't know how to sing loud. So I would sing quiet and it sounded very low. So I was a bass. So it was bass, baritone, tenor. And I ended up being a bass. I would later go on to be a baritone when I actually learned how to sing right. But, yeah, I was a baritone. Or not a baritone, a bass. Jesus. And, yeah, that class was awesome. It was cool. Then we got some free time at the end, hung out. And once that class was over, I went to lunch. And on that day, I had third lunch. We had 3 periods of lunch. I had the third one. So I went to lunch. Couldn't find a place to sit. It was awesome. Eventually found a place, and then it was like, all right, cool, time for fourth period. And it was really awesome. In my high school, you were allowed to carry backpacks with you, so I never, ever in high school used a logger. So that was pretty sick. So I just put all my stuff in my backpack, and I'd go to each class. So after lunch, I go to my fourth class, and it's history. I don't remember what the exact title was. It wasn't U.S. history. It was like geography and history, something along the lines of that. And my teacher for that class, it was his first year at the school, and he was the girls' basketball coach. So the whole time he's in class trying to recruit all the girls to go play basketball. And I'm just like, oh, this is weird. And we had to like do this icebreaker where we went through and introduced ourselves and gave everyone like a fun fact. I think mine was that I play video games a lot. And then someone behind me mentioned that I had a YouTube channel, which was the Powers 101 channel at the time, which wasn't really me at the time. It was still my brother at the time. I had like just taken it from him before that. So like it was 8th grade when I took it from him. It was right before I went on my DC trip is when I took the YouTube channel from my brother. That's when I took it. And then I vlogged the DC trip. That's besides the point. So yeah, that was my fun fact according to someone else in the class. And I just had to sit there and eat it like, oh my God. And the teacher was like, oh, great. So that day I went home. I got on the bus, went home, took a nap. I was tired as hell. And then so I want to talk about my second day too, because it was a completely different set of classes. I'll keep this one a little shorter though, because we're already at 9 minutes on the video. So I went home, slept, took a nap. My dad, stepmom asked me how my first day went. And then I was like, oh, it was good, whatever. And then my second day of school came around, and it was my first gold day, so it was still a bunch of school syllabus shit. So my first class was art class, which was easy as hell. It was the intro to 2D art, so it was legit the simplest shit you could think of. It was like showing you how to kind of draw it, and as long as you tried, you got a good grade. So I had that class first. Teacher was fine, it was whatever. Then my second class for gold days, I had biology. Biology 1. And let me just say right now, Biology 1, my entire freshman year, was my least favorite class. Not because the work was hard, but because we had a teacher that didn't teach. Like, literally, it was like, all right, so I'm going to give you this work, you're going to read it, you're going to do it, and then you're going to bring it to me, and I'm going to grade it. If you did it all the way, you get your full points, and then you got to take a test at the end. That was basically what that was. So that first day, though, in biology, we had to take, like, a test to see where we were, like, knowing the information. I don't know why we had to do that, because that's the whole point of this class, is for you to teach us this information, but I took it, and about a quarter of the way through, I just said, fuck this, and started guessing, and like every single time I read a question in my mind, I was like, oh yeah, fuck this, oh fuck that, yeah, C's the right answer, oh, I gotta type this one out, and there was no typing, it was on multiple choice. Well, it was a lot of fuck this, fuck that the whole time. So I hated that. That class ended. I went to my third class, which was Algebra 1, which aside from biology, that was my least favorite class, at least first semester, because second semester it was okay because I got a different teacher. But my first semester, I got a teacher that just was not a good teacher. Like, she taught, she just wasn't good at it. And it was a whole thing. I ended up doing pretty badly in her class. I still passed, but it wasn't good. But that class was whatever. I actually had that class with Hunter, Meme Lord Hunter. He was being Hunter, let's just say that. And then I got to so halfway through my algebra class, I went to lunch. I had second lunch on that day. And I went to lunch, ate lunch, came back from lunch, hated that class even more. And then I went to my fourth period, which was my health class. And my health class was actually awesome because I had a teacher. He was really chill. He was the wrestling coach, so he was a pretty chill dude. He wasn't scared to joke with the people either. He was just a pretty good dude. As long as you didn't piss him off, you know, he got along with you. You know, at one point during the year, he roasted me because I played We Will Rock You wrong on, like, the desk. Because instead of doing I was just going, but on the desk. And I was trying to get my friend to guess that. And my friend kept saying, oh, it's Jingle Bells, because it was, like, Christmas time. And then, like, the teacher went, dude, that's not how you do it. And he roasted the shit out of me. But looking back on it, it was funny. It was funny at the time, too. I didn't give a shit. I mean, it was a joke. But, yeah, that class was cool. Went through the syllabus, then went home. It was just a normal day after that. And then the rest was history. I survived high school as a freshman. At least the first couple of days. But everything after that was just shit. Like, I did okay. I passed all my classes. I didn't fail anything my freshman year. But it was definitely an interesting transition period. But high school is also where I made a lot of my friends I have now. Actually, I made a lot of them in middle school too. But at least 2 of the ones I live with right now I met in high school. So, well, I got to know better in high school. I knew them before high school, but actually like kind of got cool with them in high school. So, yeah. That's all I really got. I mean, yeah, that was my first day of high school ever. Re-uploaded technically, redone, retold. But I wanted to do this story just to get it told so it can be in the world again and not be horribly done, just slightly bad. So yeah. So instead of a vlog today, y'all get this, which is honestly kind of better. And let me know if you want me to still tell the first day of school story of my junior year, because that was COVID and that was interesting as hell. Honestly, I might just tell that one anyway. Maybe not next video, but at some point I do want to tell that story because it's wild how that day unfolded. And then maybe I'll tell the first day of senior year, but senior year was nothing too special on the first day. I guess it was. I could tell both of those stories. It doesn't matter to me. I'm going to do that at some point. I don't know when, but at some point that's going to happen. So yeah, there you guys have it. That was how my first day of high school went down. Nothing crazy, just some interesting shit that happened. Made some friends, just, adapted to high school. Mainly the main highlights are being late because the bus driver's an idiot and getting lost on my first ever class. So yeah, but that's going to do it for today's video. Once again, let me know if you guys want more story times. I enjoy doing them, and hopefully you guys enjoy watching them. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, turn on the notifications so you don't miss a video, vlog, whatever I decide to post, and follow everything in the description box. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.